Alright, hey everybody, I know it's been a while, a few days anyway since I made a video, but I wanted to come back and talk to you guys. Remember that time I was telling you about adjusting the speed, and I was showing you how when you're cutting the tool, how you can tell if you're making a good cut or a bad cut. And so also I realized that my insert was dull. Anyway, the broken piece that I was trying to put together, well, actually the piece that I had broken, I made two more pins similar. This is what those two, this is God Bless America. Look at there. God Bless America, that pin there. And I made it differently. As you can see, I made the length of the blue flags differently. One I did about halfway, and the other one I did less than half, because as you know, of course the blue and the stars, they don't take up as much area. They just take up a corner of the flag as the rest. So that's pretty much what I was insinuating. But I was also on this one, I want to say that this represents that the stars is just as important as the rest of it. But anyway, you know that's the number of states. And so anyway, I just want to show you guys. My son likes this one. This is antique copper. Look, as you know, it says that God Bless America here. And it says it on the other one too. Has the bald eagle. Let me take the plastic off. Has the bald eagle and the flag insignia here. See, it was straight here, so I decided to make it wavy on this one. I thought about getting some material to make the flag straight, but most of the time when the flag is up, it's always moving. So that's why I prefer that. And of course it has the bald eagle insignia here. And again, this is a 30 caliber bolt action pin, and it uses the Parker style refills. Pretty nice. I like that. I like that finish on this one. I think I'll try that more. So what I was doing earlier is I was drilling pieces on my machine here. I don't have a drill press, so I have to put this. I make my lathe. It's my all-in-one tool, but I do have a device that I can hook up here, hook it on there and drill. And I think I've showed you guys before in another video. One of the things I want to point out is when I drill my pieces, I make sure that the bottom, I guess, I don't know what to call this, the point, this angle, this point right here, faces down. And the other one, you know, it kind of goes straight up and down. So the reason why I do that is so when I'm drilling, the waste material will come out in here and get pushed out easier. I've noticed that on a lot of tools, even when I work on CNC machines, that when I angle this the other way, it tends to get caught up in between the two, and then your cut is not as smooth. So here I cut and then it spins on out. But also, even when you do it this way, when I'm drilling in, I have to go in, and especially when I'm doing acrylic, you go in and then you got to come back out with it, because if you don't and continue to try to do it, it will make your hole bigger, because all of that material is going to build up further back here. On this top turn, it's going to build up and catch right there. So we want to make sure that we pull it out, and besides, we don't want to make it so hot to where it'll start melting the acrylic or the plastic that I'm drilling in. Because if it does that, then guess what? It's going to warp it. Again, it can also make the hole bigger, and then it'll kind of rip up the material on the inside, and then once you finally punch through, it'll kind of rip out the other side. The same concept for wood, because if you're drilling wood, you know, if you're drilling at a high rate of speed, a lot of times, that instead of just cutting, it's burning. And the burning part of it also lets you know that your drill bit is dull. If you don't hear this smooth shaving when you're cutting through, when you hear that smooth shaving when you cut through, that lets you know that your drill bit is pretty sharp and you're going to make a good smooth cut. Now it makes a huge difference, especially when you're going to insert something in it that you have correct diameters on the inside of it. And again, I wanna express the importance of cleaning up after you finish. Now, what I did was, once I finished drilling, one of the most important things is I removed my drill out of the way because I don't want to reach across it and cut myself. And then I'll vacuum and clean up everything because I don't want to reach across and cut myself. So, I want to show you this. Let me close that up. So, here, let me move these over. I got to keep these fresh. Got to keep them, I don't want to scratch them up there. What I'm doing over here is when I drill those pieces over there, when I come to this table, this is my adhesive spot. It's a little messy right now. I'm going to come back over and clean it up. So what I do is, these 3/8 tubes, it's what I put inside of those. Now, you see these 4 here? What I've done was I cut 2 different pieces of material and I put them together. I like to wrap a piece of paper on that just to keep it straight. I found out that a lot of times if you don't have your blank on something level, or if it's not a smooth cut, it'll kind of slide to the side, and we don't want to slide to the side. So what I found out is wrapping a piece of paper around it for a little bit, and I put the rubber band on it so it keeps it straight. So when I take it over to drill, I can drill a nice smooth hole through the middle and not be lopsided or wobble-jawed. So I ran out of these inserts for 2 of them, but I still have some pin tubes, and I always keep those just in case I mess up the tubes that come in the kit that I ordered. Each one of these kits, when I order these with it finished, comes with a tube on the inside and the other hardware. And I like to get extra tubes just in case something like that other part happens, wherever it is. Just in case something like this happens. So when that breaks, then guess what? I can cut another tube and redo it. Because if I only have what I have in the package, then I'd have to order more and I have to stand up there and wait. So you got to be ahead, got to plan ahead. So this little apparatus here, I'm cutting a couple more tubes. Yep, about right. Anyway, they're like 2 inches. This is a pretty neat deal, and it cuts through the tubes really, really smooth. So I'm going to line this up. I've already measured it. Be nice if I had a little measuring deal on it. Anyway, I put a line on it so I can line my blade up to it. Tighten in some. Turn that little choke on. Like butter. Cuts through like butter. Easy deal. Let's see how close I got it. Good. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm exact. Sometimes I don't mind being a little longer. The reason is I can come back and flush it and level it off, you know, and make it level with another tool that I have over that I use on my lathe machine. And then I'll level it off so the wood and the insert will be level, so I won't have any gaps or spaces when I finally put my pin together. Because the last thing you want is your pin to be to have a space in it, to be angled, and that's not a good pin. You can't sell or, you know, make products that have a horrible side. What's up, bro? Here's my other boy. He's asking me something else.
Oh, I don't need you.
Can I go?
I need him.
Oh, you need Carter?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just wait a second. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to show you, how easy this machine works. Again, I got this Drill Master from Harbor Freight. I don't know where else you can get it, but it was on sale. They got some pretty good prices up there. So anyway, you ought to get you one. They cut a lot of small pieces and things with it. Anyway, I just want to show you guys that. I'm going to try to get back to you and actually show you the exact process. But I didn't think about making this video till after I drilled all my parts, because I got to working and then I got into my work and then I forgot to do it. Plus I had to wait on my son. He was out walking, catching Pokemon. That's what he does now. That's his new thing. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Be blessed.